is Wednesday. It's always Wednesday here at Pick Dogs. Of course, free picks on all the games at our YouTube channel, at our websites. So be sure to check those out. Of course, we give opinions on games. And then our best bets are our premium picks. I got an email from a guy who was greatly confused about exactly how things work. And then, of course, because he didn't like my answer, then he made all sorts of assumptions about our business model and how things came about. So I know every once in a while we have to address it, and I know you guys hate to hear about it, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. But basically, this guy says, let me see what he said. Let me find this email. There it is. So he says, hang on. Let me get it blown up as big as I can so I can show it on the screen. So, all right. So, hang on. This is always a fun way to start the show. There it is. I don't know if you guys can see that, but what it says is, hey, Mitch, you effing suck. You said yesterday your basketball was so hard to pick because you never knew who was playing, but MLB was like printing money. Well, thanks, asswipe. Lucky for me, I only bet a few hundred a game, but you went 2-11. My God, a monkey throwing a dart could do better. You can put all your videos you want, but you still suck. It's going to be my goal to let people know how effing bad you are, so go on thinking that quantity is going to make up for quality. You effing suck. So this is the first email I got today. This is how my day started. And this is, I'm not saying it's not typical because I get these emails all the time. But I think I make it as clear as possible. As clear as possible of possible, where you find my best bets. I think the games that I'm betting. And if you're betting a few hundred a game and you're relying on our free picks, you're not understanding our product. So I've done a bad job here as a owner of the company and as a president and whatever else I am. I'm the managing partner, CEO, whatever you want to call me. We are a corporation, so I think whatever title they gave me for whatever legal entity we are these days. Sometimes it's like if it's a LLC or managing partner, if it's a corporation, you're the CEO, whatever, or the president, right? I've done a bad job at communicating what we do, okay? So the way that this works is we give an opinion on every game, and we do it several times over. I do it in video picks. Then we do it on both of our websites, Pick Dogs and Sports Chat. We have a team of writers that all give their opinions on the picks. And then on our live shows, Brian and Rod and myself go over the games, and we give opinions on a few games here and there. And then we have our drive-through show where people do the same, right? Basically the same. It's just a roster of our handicappers. Then we have our premium area, and these are the games that we're betting, right? These are the ones that we're betting. These are the ones, if you take the entire roster of games, this is the subset of games where I've taken money and I personally bet it on a game, okay? And those are the premium picks, and it's also our premium YouTube picks. I also bet those games too. Okay, they're not always the same as my premium picks on the website. Sometimes I give them out, sometimes I don't. Lately I've been doing it less because the people who buy the picks on the website don't appreciate it. So, and it's fine. There's plenty of games out there that I'm betting, right? Because this is what I do for a living, right? So that subset of picks is our premium picks, the games that I'm betting. Okay, not the ones that I just have an opinion because there's a game on the board. Okay, just because I have an opinion and there's a game on the board doesn't mean that these are the games that I'm betting. So if you want to know the games that I'm betting, it's crystal clear. And the whole idea is that the premium area wasn't set up for me to make money off you guys or anything like that. It was set up by our customer requests. Back in the day, many years ago, they said, people would email me every day when I did all the picks were free. People would email me every day. What are your best bets? What are your best bets? What are your best bets? And I was just like, I can't answer all these emails. And someone more than one person said to me, you should set up an area on your site where you put the premium picks, and we'll pay you for it. And I looked around the internet, and I saw what other people who are not nearly as good at picking games that I am, all right, or Brian or Rod or, most of the cappers that we have on our site, over time, I see guys charging ridiculous prices for their picks. I mean, some guy, is out there giving out hockey picks at minus 200 and something odds and selling them for $100 a piece. They're not even winning. This is, so I don't need to justify what we do or how we do it. That's exactly how it happened. And if anyone wants an explanation of what we do as a product in our company, that's it right there. And that's how the premium area started. If it was up to me, I would do everything for free, but there's not enough time in the day for me to do it that way. There's just not. And also the expenses of running something this size, I just had to do my taxes. You guys wouldn't even believe the expenses we had. And we lost half the year, man. It was still 7 digits of expenses. So, got to pay for it somehow. Anyways, we gave everybody a chance to join us. I'm sorry for that, having to go through that explanation, but I'm sick of these emails, man. I'm sick of it. Just like you guys are sick of hearing me, complain about trolls on the site or whatever. You guys see 1/10 of it. You guys see the tip of the iceberg. You don't see anything. I get emails like this all day. I mean, it's ridiculous.
There are stupid people out there.
It's ridiculous. It doesn't even make sense because, and then they always come back and say, every guy who's out there hawking betting service says the same thing. You need to pay for my great picks, right? Our picks are documented. You can see the record. If you don't want them, you don't have to buy them. I don't force anybody. I don't think anything more or less of people that buy or don't buy. Obviously I'll answer questions for the people that, that buy if there's a question about something they bought. I mean, but other than that, come on. Anyways, we got a good card today. We got a lot of games, so we got to get into it. We got the NBA. I still am not betting NBA. I've been staying away from it, and guess what? Been making money. So we're going to continue on with that strategy. There are a few games out there that I do like today, but don't love them. We got the Cavaliers and the Magic. We got the Sixers and the Hawks. The Wiz and the Lakers. That game has moved from 3 points to 1.5. We got the Celtics and the Hornets. We got the Knicks and the Bulls dropping from 5 to 4, and we got the Heat and the Spurs dropping from 5 to 4.5. Brian, a lot of action there, a lot of meaningful games, and a lot of movement. So, a lot going on.
Yeah, for me, the best bet in that time frame, I think, is the Chicago Bulls. I locked in this morning at 5.5. I still like it at 4. The only thing that worries me is it's eerily similar to the Toronto Raptors yesterday, and that game hurt me pretty bad. All signs are pointing here to a one-possession game, I believe. Bulls still, it seems like no team wants to claim those last couple Eastern Conference playoff spots. But in this one here, I think the Bulls are an excellent bet, and then I'm going to go with a smaller wager on the Atlanta Hawks plus the 7.5 plus 8. I know they're missing Trae Young and some other key guys, but I think and the Sixers are, I think, fully healthy almost. But I think this is going to be a closer game than people expect. Nobody expected the Hawks to compete with the Bucks the other night, and they won that one outright. Take the 8 points in the Hawks and take the Bulls plus the 4.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like 2 of those. Give me the Hawks as well. I think that's too many points. The Hawks are 4-0 following an ATS loss. They're also 4-0 following a straight-up loss this year. I know Trae Young and Hunter and those guys are out, but this Hawks team's still a scrappy bunch. I think they come to play. It's too many points. Give me the Hawks plus the points, and I'll take the Bulls. The Bulls come to play against good teams. They're 5-1 ATS their last 6 games against teams with a winning record. So I think that's too many. I like the Bulls as well in that one. And the other one I like is I like the Wizards. Wizards are 9-1 their last 10 games on 1 day's rest. I think the Wizards outright. I'm giving the Wizards on the money line over the Lakers there.
monkey throwing darts could do better than me. So what the hell's the difference? It's like,
well, that guy's not too bright if he can't figure out that your best bets are over at the website.
The thing is, it's like the thing is that the thing about the premium picks is, and I had the same question. There was a guy in the drive-through yesterday in the comments. Finally, I just had to block him because he's just like asking this thing over and over and over again. It's like he's like, but I want to see how they do like with the paid picks. It's like every paid pick they've ever given out is listed at the site in order. It's like, how hard is that? It's like you won't take the 3 seconds to look. And it's like, I'm not saying you got to buy or don't buy. I don't care. It's up to you. It's like, if you want to buy, I want to be able to provide it for you and better than any of the sites out there. And we do that. I do believe that we do that. I think we do it at a fair price. We do it better. We don't have to run coupons. We don't run, love 20% off, right? It's like we don't have to do that, We don't have to do it because we start with fair prices to begin with. We have 2-for-1 capper specials priced fairly. We have, consensus report priced fairly. So no reason to jack the prices up and offer a coupon, Sell my picks for $15, whatever. It's like we have our YouTube premium for a less expensive product for people that want some premium picks. They don't necessarily, care that it's 3 different cappers, and They and that's also a good product for people that just want to support what we do. But this guy, I want free information. I want your best of. I want everything, and I don't want you to get anything to pay back providing that service for me. It's like, I don't know.
And then when the free picks lose, they write you an email telling you suck.
Oh, of course. I like the guys who pick one YouTube video and say, I've watched 3 of this guy's videos in the last week, and they've all lost. I did 70, or more than that. I had 26 for today that I did, right? Anyways, I like the Spurs against the Heat plus the points. I just think it looks square as hell. It looks like a sucker bet. It looks like it almost too easy, but I'm doing it. I can't figure out the NBA, so I'm just going to pick the things that I think look to be good ones. In the playoffs, though, I'm going to be dialed in here just like I normally am. I like the Wizards against the Lakers. I think they win outright, and I like the Bulls plus the points against the Knicks. I just think the Knicks win the game, but I think the game is closer than 4 points. I think this is a 2-point game either way. Go with the Grizz against the Blazers. This is they just played twice in Portland, so this is the 3rd meeting of the same teams in the last 4 games. So, I don't know. If they can't figure it out by now, it's almost like a series, right? Like a playoff series, because there was 2 in Portland. Now there's 1 in between, and now 1 in Memphis here. And Memphis.
Were we allowed to go that far down on the list?
I'm just saying the games. I'm just listening.
All right.
Memphis against Portland, Denver against the Pelicans. I'm just a little background, Just
I didn't want people to miss out on my Memphis pick.
Well, no one's missing out on anything, Brian. Not on this show. I'm going to get a monkey to throw darts, and we should. That'll have to be in our next phase, which is going to be awesome. I'm telling you, you guys aren't going to recognize the place in a couple weeks. You're not even going to recognize it. Anyways, we got these are the good times, right? Like they say in The Sopranos. These were the good times. It's like we got Denver against the Pelicans. We got Phoenix against the Clippers. What a game this should be, right? And then the Kings against the Jazz. 4 good games right there. It's a good card. Like if everyone was playing and everyone was serious about their playoff position and all that stuff, this would be a great card. Brian, what do you think of these?
To me, it looks like people are going to be missing for the Clippers. But
yep, they are missing for the Clippers. Paul George is questionable, right, or out, and Kawhi's out. Right. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. If they took it serious,
I think the best bet on that grouping is the Memphis Grizzlies. Opened up at 2.5, is down to 1.5. I just think Memphis is the better team flat out, and Portland on the back-to-back. Yeah, they beat the Pacers yesterday, but congratulations, the Pacers stink. I made the mistake of being on the Pacers yesterday. That was a big mistake. Anyway, Memphis Grizzlies here, strong bet. Not as good as the Bulls, but right up there. Could easily be a premium for me.
Rod.
And for me, out of these ones, I'm going to take the Pelicans. I'm going to take the Pelicans on the money line, outright the Nuggets here. Pelicans are 4-0 their last 4 games in Denver. So this looks like a nice little letdown spot. Denver's having a nap. Pelicans come in and bust them up. Give me the Pelicans on the money line over the Nuggets in that one. And even the guys that are in on the Clippers, I'm going to take the Clippers plus the points in that one. That's just too many points, I think. Clippers all year battle teams. They come to play the good teams. The teams that don't mean anything, they just don't come to play. They're just like, we don't need this. We like to come and play against the good teams. So I'm going to take the Clippers and the points in that one. From what I see, George's all these game time decisions for all the Clippers, but Clippers are deep. They got enough bench guys that can show up and play. And that's it for me in that time slot.
Rod, throw me to the awkward pause again. Anyways, had the awkward pause discussion off camera. It's like, because people are like, you're always talking over Rod. Because, like, I don't know if he's done or not, man. It's like,
well, I wasn't know if I was done either. And then I was like, the pause, forget it.
Well, you got to decide before you start talking where you're going. It's like, I think that's part of the thing here. We're not winging it. I guess we are winging it, aren't we? Anyways, we've got, I kind of like the Grizz here. I mean, the Blazers certainly have the revenge factor going, but the Grizz playing a little better basketball. I like the Nuggets against the Pelicans. The Nuggets are actually rolling. I like the Suns against the Clippers and the Kings against the Jazz, plus the 8.5. So I like all 4 of those games. Let me write this down. Grizz. Brian, tell these people what you're selling today.
I was going to bust your chops. I was going to say, you don't think the Nuggets is a little bit square?
Oh, it's totally square, but I don't care anymore. I'm so done with the NBA. It's like I don't care.
I hate having to guess who the hell's playing and who's not playing and who's playing.
I'm just going to pretend that everybody's playing, and I'm just going to.
NBA should step in and then start laying down the law. It's ridiculous.
This is the argument, right? And I'm sure this is the argument behind the scenes. Well, we don't have fans paying $400 a ticket right now.
But then that causes fans not to watch the games. Why the hell should I even watch the game?
Well, there's sports betting that's getting legal across the United States, so believe me, the fans have an interest in watching the games.
That's true.
That's what they're saying. It's like, no, now there's sports betting, so people are going to watch anyway. That's why they wanted it. Mark Cuban said that about when they were doing it. He was like, game 81 of the season, both teams are eliminated. Now someone cares.
As far as what I got going on today, I got my Wednesday Book Violator 5-pack yesterday. I was just on the wrong sharp games, but today I'm zeroed in, ready to get back to winning. I got my best bet in the NBA, looking to continue my 22-12, 65% run in the NBA. You also get my best Major League Baseball plays, 2 of them, and NHL. So 5 altogether, $50, pickdogs.com premium picks.
Rod, what do you
say? For me, loving NBA. NBA has been treating me good the last month anyways. 41-31, hitting 56% winners.
Monkey throwing darts could do better than me in NBA.
Are we really going to get a monkey throwing darts? That would be awesome. Anyway.
I don't know. I wouldn't even know where you could get a monkey. I think probably PETA.
I don't know where you can get a monkey either, but that would be cool. So I got a Wealthy Wednesday 5-pack, 3 NBA, 1 MLB, 1 10-star hockey play. Nice 5-pack over at Pick Dogs premium website. You're gonna have a nice big day. Love the NBA card.
Got a Major League Baseball 3-pack. I have been profitable in my premium picks 14 of the last 15 days. I don't want to jinx it, but yeah, just getting it done. a couple of those days, one of those days, a couple of those days I've had even or even losing records, but we still managed to profit. Yesterday was I don't know what I was, but we were plus money.
You were 2-1, I think, and you hit a bunch of big plus money plays.
3-1. That's 3-1.
Was it 3-1?
Yeah, I had Pirates.
I was very surprised when I saw how good you did yesterday because the bulk of the day was, I think in general it was a public winning day, but you managed to get the.
No, I think the late day games were all dogs. And every single dog hit in MLB.
I had the Diamondbacks. They hit late.
Diamondbacks.
They were great, man.
Reds.
They were awesome against the Padres.
Early on was rough.
I love fading the Padres. I gave that out in the late premium show too. The Padres too on that one, or the Diamondbacks, and I had the Cincinnati Reds who fought back off the mat twice against the Dodgers in that game. They were down. They were down. They were up 1-0. Then they were down 3-1. Then it was 3-3. Then it was 5-3, and then they came back, made it 6-5, and man, they shut them down. Struck out Mookie Betts. You know, of course, he was up Mookie Betts was up I think he was at bat 17 times last night in that game. He's always up. It's like he's always up. It's like, how is Mookie Betts always up? It's like ninth inning, due up. I don't know, Mookie Betts. It's like he's always up. But yeah, that was it. I think we're plus 2 and change, right, on the Reds, something like that.
Yeah, over 2. That one was Detroit.
The Dodgers, the Dodgers. We'll get to baseball right now, but the Dodgers have been terrible, man. They have lost now. I think they're 2-8 in their last 10 or something. All as favorites, right? They've been favored every game this season. The Dodgers
3-7 in their last 10.
Yeah, 3-7 in their last 10, and they've been favored in every single one of them, right? They've been favorites in every game this season. 3-7 in their last 10. Man, it's been a money train. All right, let's get to baseball. Got the Indians and the Twins. So why are the Indians? They said they were dropping the Indians' name. They're still the Indians, right? It's like at some point we're not going to be Indians at this point, because most teams, like when they drop the Native American names, they draw a line in the sand, right? And they just say today's the day. But the Indians didn't do that.
I think they stuck with their name and said they drew their line in the sand, and I think they said we're staying Indians.
No, didn't they pick? Didn't they have it's between 6 or 7 other names that they had out there? We'll have to figure this out.
There it is. Let's see. They have a poll.
I voted for Eskimos.
Cleveland Eskimos.
That doesn't even make sense.
They're having a poll to see if they. 24%. Nope. 26% of the vote right now says they're strongly against the name change. Is leading the poll. That's what they're doing. They're having a poll on whether they
get off my lawn. There's some tough people in Cleveland, man. Tough neighborhood.
Yeah.
Anyways, Indians against the Twins. Jay Happ trying to follow up on that stellar performance last time out. Sandy Alcantara and the Marlins faced the Brewers. Zach Godley has got a job. Clayton Kershaw on the mound for the Dodgers against Sonny Kershaw as he tries to stop the bleeding, as they say. Mike Minor and Mitch Keller in Pittsburgh as the Pirates and the Royals face off. And another early start. All these games before 7 p.m. Jacob deGrom and Nick Pivetta at Citi Field. deGrom coming off that 15 strikeout performance. I got to say, if there's a guy that can follow up a 15 strikeout performance, it's this guy. Anyways, Brian, any of those?
I like every single one of these games, but I'm going to limit it. I'm going to cut it down to 2. I'm going to take Logan Allen, the Cleveland Indians. J.A. Happ should start playing to the back of his baseball card. There's no way he's a 1.69 ERA pitcher, and the Indians have been playing well. You're getting plus money at home. The other one I like, boy, I like them all, like I said, but I'll go with Sonny Gray and the Cincinnati Reds. This guy's a solid pitcher, and he's had a rough season so far. I think you're getting a good price because of that rough season. There's no reason why they can't keep the winning going. Clayton Kershaw has pitched a lot better than I thought he would this year, but there's no way I'm laying minus 200 with the Dodgers. So I'm going to go Indians with my big play, and then secondary on the Reds.
And for me in the time slot, I like the Reds as well, but I'm going to take the Reds plus the 1.5. As you never know, I think the Dodgers might sneak one out, but I think it's a one run game. So I'm going to take the Reds plus the 1.5 in that one. And the other one I love is I think DeGrom comes back out and has a solid outing, and I'm going to take the Mets on the run line as they. You look at Nick Pivetta. Sure, he's had a nice solid start to the year, but you look at his career numbers against the Mets. 8 career starts, 7 as a starter. He's 3-2 with a 6.08 ERA. I think the Mets eat him up for lunch, chew him up, spit him out. Give me the Mets on the run line in that one. And that's all I like in that time slot.
I disagree with Rod. What else is there?
I find these games a little difficult in this early slot. One of them I gave out on the premium, on the YouTube premium, so I can't give a pick in that one. That's the one that I like the best of these. The other one was I gave out as the consensus in the early YouTube premium, so I can't give that one out either. I don't know about this Dodgers-Reds game. I'm a little concerned with Sonny Gray, his last outing, but it's not on the back of his baseball card that he has games like that back-to-back, except if you look at when he was with the Yankees, right? He did have games like that back-to-back, so it's tough to call. And Kershaw's actually looked really good, so I don't know.
As far as I can't talk you into the Indians, I think that looks like a good, solid.
Well, we already talked about. I already talked about that game. I already kind of gave the reason why I can't.
You said it's a consensus pick. That has nothing to do with you.
All right, well, it's a consensus pick on our premium show that people paid to get. Brian just gave it out for free, which is fine.
I had a brain fart.
It's okay, Brian. It's okay, Brian. I'm sure people would love. I'm sure people would love to fill your spot on the show. Help! Get the help wanted sign.
Well, I heard you say it was a consensus pick, and then you said it, and I was like, "What the hell does that mean?" I don't know. You lost me there. I was daydreaming.
Yeah. You must have been thinking about tipping a waitress or something.
Yeah. Well, it's almost Friday, so.
Yeah, I'm afraid of that Mets Red Sox game too. I know a lot of people are on the Red Sox in that one, so which makes it less attractive to me, to be honest with you. I just think that, like I said, if there's a guy that can follow up a performance like that, it's DeGrom.
So you don't see a lot of action on the Mets.
I see action on the Mets, but I see, it's warranted,
Mets and Mets are online.
I see less on the run line there. Maybe Boston plus the 1.5 is the play there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe.
I think the Mets go back to struggling to score for DeGrom today, but we'll see. It's just one game.
Yeah.
I disagree with Rod.
Whoa!
No way.
Whoa!
They didn't blow him out yesterday. They aren't blowing. Pivetta's not terrible. He's a serviceable pitcher.
He's not good.
Let's see, Pivetta. You can look at some numbers against Pivetta. Alomar Jr., he's hitting 400 against Pivetta. 5 at-bats. Pete Alonso hitting 400 against Pivetta. 5 at bats. J.D. Davis, perfect. He's at 2 at bats. He's batting 1,000. Jeff McNeil batting 500.
I think plus 1.5 is the play.
I think to me it's a lean at plus 1.5 because I could see 2-0 Mets too. I could see.
Oh yeah, I could see 2-0 too. Yeah.
Speaking of 2-0,
he's had a good year. So.
Speaking of 2-0, Dean Kramer's pitching for the Orioles against Domingo Germán. That's not going to be a 2-0 game. Orioles, Yankees, Blue Jays, Nationals. Steven Matz has been on fire. Cy Young type numbers for Steven Matz. Tyler Glasnow and Cole Irvin face off in Tampa as the Rays take on the A's. Chicago Cubs and Atlanta Braves. Kyle Hendricks and Huskar. You know who I'm talking about. And the Cardinals and the Phillies. We got 2 pitchers there fully capable of imploding all on their own. Yeah. These are some bad games in this time slot.
Yeah, for me, I think your first instinct would be to go over in the Orioles-Yankees just because of Kramer and Garvin, but I'm going to go under. The first 2 games have gone under with these 2 teams, and Yankees bats aren't fully awake. Orioles aren't a high-scoring team. So with the action, to me, I'm going to go with the under 9.5 Orioles-Yankees. And then the Phillies, my first thought was to take the Cardinals today because Vince Velasquez is like a batting practice. But it looks like the line, the bigger bettors are back in the Phillies today, and I think they come back. And I looked at the guy who's going for the St. Louis Cardinals. His minor league numbers, he's a 5-point-something ERA pitcher. So I think the Phillies hitters should be able to score some runs against the Cardinals.
And for me in this time slot, I like 2 unders. We're going to take the Nationals and the Jays to go under the 9.5. I know we've seen a whole pile of runs yesterday. Not today. These 2 teams revert back to what their scoring was, which is low scoring, winning games. Give me the under 9.5 in the Jays and the Nationals. And the other one, I'm going another under. I'm going to take a pitcher's duel in Oakland and the Tampa Bay Rays. I like the under 7 in that one. Pitcher's duel in that one. There's the only 2 I like in the time slot.
Not a big baseball day for you, Rod.
No, I'm not enamored with the big. I love the NBA card. Like I said, that's why I got 3 NBA today. I like 3 best bets.
Look at your premiums. It's like not a big baseball day for Rod here.
I think the baseball has more value today than the NBA, so we disagree on that.
I'm just navigating baseball. It's like I'm just picking my spots. I'm not. I'm
go light. Like I'm not going crazy.
I'm going old school Mitch.
Yeah,
this is the year of the degenerate gambler, but I'm doing it in the same methodology that I used to use. That I got off track. I admit it. I got off track, and I didn't like the results, and now I'm back on track. I'm not going to have winning days every day. But I'll tell you what, I'm not going to have a day where I get bruised too badly either. And I'm just going to continue to swing for the fences because that's my game. I make big bets and I swing for the fences. And that is how I roll. And it's like I'm not going to change that. And when I do, that's when I'm unsuccessful and I'm also not happy. I'm not a happy person. Not like, I mean, I can't just sit here with a straight face and say Yankees run line the way Brian does every single day. I find it difficult.
Or Mets run line.
Well, that's, you could parlay those up.
Start throwing the Dodgers.
Brian just takes every favorite and every over.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the Mets is coming part of my big cup of juice.
What do you hate betting more, favorites or overs?
Boy, overs.
Yeah,
overs.
I hate betting.
They burn you because you're trying to get it.
I think I hate betting favorites more.
Right away.
I think I hate betting favorites more, and then overs are close. Favorites and overs. I hate even that phrase, favorites and overs. It's like, Let's get
Some
our.
guys love Davidson over.
It's like if I'm gonna bet, like that's what happened to me. I started betting favorites, man. And I just got crushed. It's like I was like the people paying for the Bellagio, and I was just getting crushed. It's just donating. It's like that's not my game. Mr. Dog of the Day. Pick dogs.
Nope.
Angels run line. I'm ashamed of that person I had become. I feel better. Not the most popular person in the sports book, but that's okay. Anyways. Kyle Hendricks has been getting lit up, hasn't he? He's been getting really pummeled this season.
I think he's due for a good one.
I'll tell you who's due for a good one is, well, not Vince Velasquez, that's for sure. This is a tough slot. And look at it. I'm going to go with the Orioles here in Kramer is where I'm going to go. I got to pick something. I haven't given out one baseball pick because a monkey throwing darts could do better than me, according to my mail this morning. Rangers, Angels, Mariners against the Astros, White Sox against the Tigers, Diamondbacks against the Padres. Two of the best pitchers in baseball so far this season going at it in that one. And the Giants and the Rockies. Brian, what do you think of Diamondbacks Padres, man? I'm afraid to even go near that. I've been fading the Padres like no one's business except in that Dodger series, but when they were dogs. But, man, Widener and Weathers, these guys have been lights out, man.
Yeah, to me, I don't see an advantage on either side.
It's impossible. Possible.
For me, in the later time stamp, I'm going to take a chance with Justice Dunn, the Mariners against Greinke and the Astros. Greinke has been okay this year, solid, but minus 200. I think the Mariners start to get back on track. There's a lot of plus money. And then Casey Mize and the Detroit Tigers. It seems like White Sox are another big Filet-O-Fish patty today. Rodon on the mound's had an awesome season, but I think this is a day where we see these guys that have been going pitching lights out start to revert back. I don't see it. Rod's going to be on the White Sox plus minus 1.5. I just don't see it. 2 square for my blood. Can't take it.
All righty, in this time slot, the other two that'll fill up my big cup of juice MLB parlay of the day. We're going to take the White Sox on the run line as we're going to fade Detroit. Detroit is just, they just can't score, man. And then he got Rondon, and then the pitch that Rondon's on the mound, no chance. The White Sox run line, thanks. And the other one, I'm going to take the Houston Astros on the run line as well, as that's what they've done to the Mariners all series so far. So now you got Greinke on the mound. He's going to shut them down too. So my big cup of juice parlay is Mets, White Sox, Houston, all on the run line. Parlay those up, you get a nice plus 581 on your money on my big cup of juice parlay.
Since when do teams not have a chance against Rodon? He's not Cy Young out there.
Brian, is the rounded edges here just make this not a true representation of Rod Zawacki?
I can't see anything. I don't know.
It's like because the shape is about right, but it's got rounded edges, so I don't think that it's quite the shape I'm looking for there. But yeah, I really hate those picks, Rod. Thanks. I'm gonna go with the. It's like, why don't you throw in Dodgers run line with that too?
Yeah, you're missing out on Dodgers.
No. That's a one-run game. Reds
and Yankees run line.
No. Leave the Yankees out.
Tampa Bay Lightning puck line.
No, they don't play today. They were playing yesterday. You could have added them in yesterday. I think they whooped it.
I had
yesterday.
Bruins yesterday. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? I had the Bruins.
That was yesterday.
I had that.
Yesterday. It was like, yeah.
How did my
Carolina?
How did my other game do? The one my hot diggity dog puck line.
That was what did we have? Was that
We'll have to get to it. But anyways, I like Justin Dunn. I just bet this guy every single time. I'm going to go with the Mariners and Dunn. They've won every game he's pitched, so why not continue to go with them? I'm going with Justin Dunn here. I also like I don't know. It's kind of a lean to. I like the under in that Diamondbacks Padres with Weathers and Widener. These guys are good. Normally, I would be betting on both of them. Like Weathers is the one guy you can't on the Padres you can't bet against, and Widener is the guy in the Diamondbacks who's like him and Gallen. How good have the Diamondbacks been? You know, how good have these guys been to us? Love these guys. The Diamondbacks are plus 526. It's a lovin'. I can't get enough of them. Our teams are, right now, the Pittsburgh Pirates plus 718, the Seattle Mariners plus 662, the Red Sox, who I haven't really touched, plus 546, the Diamondbacks plus 526, the Giants at plus 515, the A's at plus 501, the Brewers at plus 479, the Royals plus 420, the Blue Jays plus 262, I haven't really been on them, the Cardinals plus 108, haven't been on them as much, the Marlins plus 78, the Rays plus 88, and the Orioles plus 13. Those are the plus money teams this year. On the cusp, the Rangers minus 15, the Angels minus 27, the White Sox minus 41, the Dodgers minus 79, the Reds now minus 119. The worst team in baseball, Minnesota Twins minus 971.
Yankees, yeah.
Second worst,
Detroit.
Second worst, New York Yankees. Third worst, Chicago Cubs. Always, right?
Oh, yeah, the Cubs, yeah.
Fourth worst, Washington Nationals. Colorado Rockies, then Detroit, then the Mutts, Braves, Padres, Phillies, all the big market teams, right?
Yeah.
Yankees, Cubs, Phillies, Mutts, Padres. Eskimos are up there. That's 153. Yeah, craziness, right? Speaking of NHL, what was my hot diggity dog yesterday? It was... Who was it? Was it the Blackhawks?
It might have been the Devils plus 1.5.
It might have been the Devils.
I think it was the Devils, wasn't it?
Yep.
The Devils went outright. You should have just taken the Devils on the money line. What are you doing?
No. That wouldn't make sense. Why get plus 115 odds when you can pay 265, 270? Because my same $100 would return. While you're getting 115 back on your 100, I've got you beat. I'm getting back about $30.
The merchant of death.
That's right. It's funny math. Who was the funny math guy? There's one of those politicians. It's funny math. Funny math. Anyways. My wife and I were having a conversation last night about Skylab. She didn't remember Skylab. Skylab was the best. It's like Skylab was going to fall out of the sky. Nobody knew where it was. It was never meant to come down. It's like they had no idea where it was going to land. It was like, 78 tons of Skylab going to come crashing to Earth. I wonder where it's going to land. No idea.
No idea. Yeah.
No idea. I had a shirt.
In my yard, I'll be a millionaire.
Sure as hell ain't bird poop. Skylab 79. All right, let's go to the NHL. It's a limited card. Senators and the Canucks. The Smudges against the Blues. Smudges haven't played in a couple of days, right? We got Canadiens against the Maple Leafs. The Jets, Jets against the Oilers. Rod, what are those for? Or Brian, what are those for? really get your
Yeah,
blood
I'm gonna
pumping.
take the St. Louis Blues plus money here. They just got that big win against the Avalanche. I'm a little worried that the Wild have been rested and they won, I think, about 7 in a row. But way too many people in Minnesota here. I think this is St. Louis's time of year to shine. I'll take that plus money. And I also like the Ottawa Senators over the Canucks. I've been on Ottawa for their 2 wins over Vancouver recently. I think they win 3 out of 4 in this 4-game set. I like Ottawa tonight on the money line.
For me, I think I'm going to go with the Jets. I think the Jets finally get a win there. The Jets over the Oilers. And I'm with you. Give me the Senators. I think the Canucks of their COVID issues are finally going to catch up with them. And this loss, they'll just pack it in. They'll be done. The 4 will be set in the North after that. So basically the Sens will end solidify the top 4 in the North Division. So give me the Senators on the money line in that one. And the Canadians in the Jets game are in the Leafs. I don't know. I'd stay away from that until we hear more of what's going on. If that game's more than likely going to get postponed with the 17 Montreal Canadiens that have COVID. So I'm going to stay far away from the Leafs game until I hear more news.
So can Calgary be eliminated today? Is that what you're saying? The Flames?
The Flames, I think, are toast. They were toast already. They were long gone, buddy.
I thought that a certain team had to lose the rest of the way and the Flames had to win out.
We'll see what happens with the 17 people with COVID in Montreal. Montreal's holding the last playoff spot, so
maybe they'll have to forfeit. Get my Flames in the back door.
Maybe. We done in that time slot. What do you got? 3 left?
Vegas versus the Avalanche, Kings and Ducks, and Sharks and Coyotes.
Yeah, for me, I'm going to be on the San Jose Sharks again today. It looks like the world again is going to jump on Arizona even after they got bit last night. I think the Sharks take another one here against Arizona. And then pure fade, action junkie play. I'm going to take the Anaheim Ducks at plus 150 against the Kings. A lot of love here for the Kings at home, but I wouldn't lay minus 160 with them. Take the Ducks.
Rod?
Yeah, the 2 I like in the spot is I'm going to take the Ducks with you. D-Gen bet of the day against the Kings. That's crazy. Ducks have a shot in that one. $60 on the Ducks for me in that one. And the other one I like, the big game of the night, the Avalanche and the Golden Knights. Well, it looks like everybody's jumping on the Golden Knights. They're all like, oh, the Avalanche goalie's out. Grubauer's out. Uh-oh. Now what? Well, the Knights are going to whoop them up. Nah, I'm going to take the Colorado Avalanche in this one. Give me a nice plus money there, a nice plus 120 with the Colorado Avalanche, who are going to beat up on the Golden Knights. Number 1 star, and that one's going to be Devin Dubnyk, as he stands on his head and shuts down the Golden Knights. Give me the Avs on that one.
Okay. Well, that leads us to our parlay section. Let me see if I can get the parlay calculator fired up here. Oh man, I got a lot of stuff on my screen. Got so much stuff up here. Ridiculous. Okay. Pick dogs. That pick dogs. This pick dogs. Ah, there it is. All right, that's the one we actually were using. Okay. Let's go to the... Oh, Brian? Okay, Rod. Who's your parlay for today?
We're going to go in the NBA. We're going to start off with a couple. We're going to take the Wizards on the money line and the Pelicans on the money line.
Okay.
And we're going to parlay that up in hockey with the Avalanche on the money line.
All right, $20 pays $215.60 at PointsBet. You can compare the parlays. Pays about the same at BetMGM. What's going on here? Pays $212 at Unibet, $214 at DraftKings, $212 over at FanDuel, $214 at Sugar House. Best payer though today, PointsBet. Of course, the way the parlay calculator works, you just select your state. You can do multi-sports as you just saw, spread, money line, or total, and you can do a number of different sports, cross sport, and then you find out which book pays the highest payout, and then you could click on Bet Now and open an account there. For Brian, we always do Pennsylvania. That's where he lives. It's his home book town. Something. Okay, Brian, who do you like today?
All NBA parlay. I'm going to take the Chicago Bulls plus the points. Atlanta Hawks plus the points. And the Memphis Grizzlies minus the points.
$20 at FanDuel pays $144.87. Over at DraftKings, it only pays $139. At Unibet, $138. We're going in the wrong direction. BetMGM, Rivers, $138.58. BetAmerica, $152. You go to pickdogs.com, click on the Parlays tab to get to the parlay calculators right up here at the top. You just click on that, and you can find out where your parlay is going to pay the best at your state today. You don't have an account there. You just click play now, take you there, give you the best available sign-up bonus offer. Yes, that is the parlay calculator. We go to my parlay. My wife is making faces at me. Not funny. Okay. And I'll just pick a random state here. How about Iowa? And my parlay, I'm going to go with the Sacramento Kings. I'm going to go with the Baltimore Orioles. And the Seattle Mariners. $20 at William Hill pays $269.20. Over at BetMGM, it pays just $232. You see, this is the beauty of the parlay calculator. You see the difference there? The bigger, say you bet $50 parlay, man. Look what the difference will be now. $672 as opposed to $616 as opposed to $580. It's a big, big difference. This is why you need to have more than one book. $595 at FanDuel, $647 at Rivers, $672 at William Hill. So you can see it defaults to the highest paying parlay, and that is the beauty of the parlay calculator. There you saw it. It was just a perfect textbook example right there in that little parlay. So it's because those money lines were so different. Speaking of money lines, Rod, why don't you recap everything for these fine people and also let them know what you're selling today.
All right, we're going to start in the NBA. We're going to go with, I like the Wizards on the money line, the Hawks plus the points, Bulls plus the points, the Pelicans on the money line, Clippers plus the points. MLB, we're going to take the Reds plus the 1.5, Mets on the run line, White Sox on the run line, Astros on the run line, Jays under 9.5, Oakland under 7. Hockey, Jets, Senators, Avalanche, Ducks, all on the money line. My parlay, Wizards money line, Pelicans money line, Avalanche money line. And my 5 best bets of the day are available over at Pick Dogs Premium for Wealthy Wednesday. Jump on over, grab them now. Big win indeed.
5 best bets. Wealthy Wednesday. Brian, you're up.
Love my NBA free picks today. I had the Chicago Bulls plus the points, Atlanta Hawks plus the points, Memphis Grizzlies minus the points, and then in Major League Baseball, the Cleveland Indians on the money line, Cincinnati Reds on the money line, Yankees under 9.5 runs, Phillies money line, Tigers money line, Mariners money line, and then in hockey, the Ottawa Senators on the money line, the St. Louis Blues on the money line, the Sharks on the money line, and the Anaheim Ducks on the money line. My parlay was Bulls, Hawks, and Grizz, all with the spreads. And then for my 5 best bets, you get my Book Violator 5-pack for $50 as I try to continue my 22-12 run in the NBA. Check it out.
I took the Spurs, Wizards, Bulls, Grizzlies, Nuggets, Suns, and Kings in the NBA since I'm not doing any premium. Those are all freebies. Then I took the Orioles, Mariners, and the under in the Padres versus Diamondbacks game. Most of my really good picks in baseball are my premium picks, but we got the Kings parlayed up with the Orioles and Mariners as my parlay, and it pays pretty big because that Mariners and Orioles both big money line dogs there. And then over at pickdogs.com, sportschatplace.com, I have a 3-pack for less than $30, about $10, less than $10 a pick. It is a deal. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. Have a great day. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. Let's make it a winning day.